Music's it's coming in a little hot. Music's coming in a little hot, Casey.
It's not hot. I'm just saying.
It's coming in.
This is how people like it.
Oh my goodness me.
It's kind of old.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to all your headphones, everyone tuning in. Thank you for.
Look at that levels right here. We're good. Don't worry. We'll go live. We'll get this right. Don't worry.
I can't even hear you. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in for the very loud and very exciting UFC Vegas 34 pre-fight Q&A. I am your host today, Alexander K. Lee. Mike Heck is on a very, very, very well-deserved vacation, and I am joined by producer extraordinaire and music lover, E. Casey Leiden.
That's me. Oh, wait.
Okay.
That's why you couldn't hear me. My microphone was way over there.
Oh my! I can't hear you. I'm just getting this earful of what's like vaguely Christmas music.
Dude, this is... Okay, I'm telling you, we got some complaints about our music, and
That's fine.
you know, like, hey man, we need something more upbeat in your face. I mean, that makes the
I
fans
love
want to
it.
face the pain.
I love it.
So I went through our music catalog and I found this great jam.
It's a little loud. It's a little loud. It's coming in a little hot. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? The people will comment. Anyway, no more preamble, Casey. We are starting a little late. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Casey, let's get right to the questions. We've got about 25 minutes to the show. I think they're going to start right on the dot. They do have a full six. Yes, they have a full 6-fight prelims. No, fingers crossed. There have not been any late-minute, last-second cancellations yet. So, Casey, let's go. Let's go right to the questions.
Wait. Are they going to really start at 4:00? Like, you think?
I mean, it'd be like 05. I bet you they will be walking to the octagon like 2 minutes after the show starts.
All right, I gotta
Yeah,
change it. Okay, you know what?
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a quarter past today. Well, we'll see. I could be wrong.
All right,
could be wrong.
Look at the time we have. So now we have 34 minutes. I'm changing it. 24
I mean, I'm
minutes.
assuming.
No,
That sounds
10 minutes
just to be
less.
safe.
Yeah, all right.
Just to be safe.
Hey,
Okay, let's
safety
go.
first.
Let's go to the people's show.
All right, here we go. First question. Boom, boom,
All right. Oh, Clow wants to know unrelated question: Taco Bell or McDonald's? I mean, I'm a McDonald's guy. I'm not a big Taco Bell's okay. I mean, here's the thing. If I'm gonna get junky fast food, probably McDonald's. Taco Bell, if I want that kind of food, I'd rather just go to a good place. If that makes sense.
The answer's Taco Bell. What's good at McDonald's? Like,
I'd rather eat a crappy burger than a crappy taco. I think that's my way of looking at it. Right? Does that make sense, guys? Guys in the comments, tell me, am I out in the reservation here? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
all right,
if I'm gonna lower my standards, I'd rather having a poor American style food than poor Mexican style food.
all right, Clow. You asked the question about 6 times, so
There you go, Cloud.
I'm gonna go
Hopefully you like
Taco
that.
Bell. I mean,
Let's go.
My greatest meal I've ever had in my life was at Taco Bell. By the way, I'm just saying, double decker taco, supreme.
That's
with the sour
That's
cream.
the greatest meal you've ever had in all of your years living on Earth.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to judge. I know you have traveled. E.K.C. Leiden has traveled the world, by the way, if you will, in his work, has traveled the world. He has wined and dined with kings and queens. The greatest meal he's ever had is a double-decker taco at Taco Bell.
Extreme.
Supreme. I apologize. Hey, look, I'm not, again, I have never had it. I don't know. All right.
Well, you've
What do we
never
got?
lived. That's all I got to say. All right. Here we go. Next question.
Any fight scratch? No, this is from Mibaran, who's asking, any fight scratch at all? No, fingers crossed. As our own dear Jose Youngs usually says, nothing is official until both men are in the cage and the bell has rung. We've seen one guy get in the cage and the fight still get canceled. So no, fingers crossed. No fight. I'm going to keep these permanently crossed the whole show. No fights canceled yet. Who knows? They could open up the broadcast telling us something completely different. But right now, 6 prelims, 6 main card fights. We've got a dozen fights to look forward to.
All right.
Jim Malone wants, who's got a fight stream link? We can't say.
I think it's ESPN.plus.com.
Let's go to the MMAfighting.com and check out our results page, and we've got a lovely link that you can, a legal link that you can pay for to subscribe to ESPN Plus. Do it through MMA Fighting. It's just better that way.
Yeah. Just send me $5 a month, and I'll let you screen share my ESPN Plus account. Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm just going to grab one quickly here. Casey, MMA DFS wants to know, will we be doing an on to the next one still tomorrow? Yes. I'm working on grabbing someone from the lovely MMA fighting crew to join me on the show. Otherwise, I could just solo it. We'll see, because there's a lot of reader suggestions. Could just be me and the readers. But I think we'll have me and someone. There will be an on to the next one. Again, Mike is on vacation, but he'll be back. He'll be back next week.
Okay. From Javon.
Javon. I know Mike is on vacation, so I'll ask in his presumed absence because I know he loves anyone with a connection to New England. Barf. The barf was from me, not from the question. What is William Knight's ceiling and his floor? Oh, well, Casey, I can throw this one to you. I mean, William Knight, he works out. Let's get that out of the way first. This guy works out. He kind of like took a circuitous route, to the UFC. He did what we've kind of been saying we wish they'd do with more fighters. He was given a developmental contract after his first appearance on the Contender Series, and I think he fought twice on the regional scene and looked very good. And then they brought him in, so he's making some sort of UFC money. I assume that's how those contracts work, but still getting to fight in smaller shows against less advanced talent. So. What do you think? What do you think, Casey, of what you've seen of William Knight so far? He fights Fabio Cherant today.
I understand what the UFC saw in him. He looks the part. He looks, like Jose says, he looks good coming off the bus. His last fight against Mr. Duan Jung was not good. I was actually really disappointed in Mr. Knight's his advancement, his MMA skills. So I'm not a big believer in Mr. William Knight, and I don't unless he really shows up tonight. And maybe his last performance was just an off night, but nothing I've seen in him really suggests to me that we're gonna see a title contender or even a top 10 light heavyweight. Unfortunately, I mean I want to be super positive, but maybe Mr. Knight can prove me wrong, but I haven't seen anything that's really blown me away, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we've seen some of the talents. I think well before he was someone people were talking about a lot before Contender Series. I mean, this is a guy who was on a lot of people's radars. Again, the physique jumps out at you, of course. There's the talent as well. He picked up a good win against Alexa Kamer, his first UFC fight. But Dan Jung, I think, was also a very, very, very big step up in competition. I actually think that's a guy who could be a top 15 ranked guy at 205. So I don't know if that was a proper gauge necessarily for William Knight, but I understand that. I understand this skepticism, Casey. It is a weak division, though. I mean, do you think that he could still end up ranked? Yeah. Let's be honest, right? Do you think he could still end up ranked just by one or two, picking up 2 or 3 wins, 3 out of 4?
In the UFC, okay, in our worldwide rankings, no. In the UFC, only 205 rankings, yes. Two wins at 205 in the UFC should get you in the top 10, top 15. But I just haven't seen anything that's really blown me away from Mr. Knight yet. But I wish him the best. He looks awesome. He's a fun personality, good interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
All right. Well, that's the take. But hey, look, we'll see. He could knock out Fabio Cherant in like 30 seconds tonight, and then we get the hype train right back on. So again, a tough outing last time. Let's see how it goes tonight.
All right. Oops, not really a question, but
JP, bring back the jazzy, smooth sounds. It's certainly easier on my eardrums, JP.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If they want it, I will bring it back. I'm here for you. The fans, not you.
Let's mix it up. Let's mix it. Well, I like the new tunes. I'm telling you, it was just too loud. Also, again, I couldn't hear you, but
it wasn't too loud.
Maybe loud.
Because you can. No, it wasn't. I don't like you anymore.
It was super loud. It was ear-splittingly loud.
All right. Let me look at another question.
Javon again. Casey, since when do you care about what anyone thinks? Who says he did?
You know what? Okay, Mr. Javon.
Talk to Javon. Talk to him.
I do care. I don't care what maybe you think, but I do care what Mr. Knight thinks because he's a very big man and he's scary, and I don't want to run into him at an event, so that's why I care what some people think. But I take it back.
Yeah. Oh,
Mr. William Knight, he's future champ material. He'll win tonight. Next John Jones.
Yeah, don't make him mad, or don't make him mad. or his cousins. Like, I think I still don't know if I actually enraged the actual Phil Haas's cousin. It might have just been some troll coming at me saying they were Phil Haas's cousin once, and telling me to do my job right and stop trash talking the fighters. All right, Casey, what else? What else we got? Tristan Surehouse says, "Yo, Casey, the other day when I said Jed is awesome, I was serious. If I were to troll anyone, it would be you. It's not really a question of who is. Well, we love you both equally. If there's a question, it's we love both Jed and Casey equally. Make of that what you will. By the way." Scott McCrae, why is Jed so cool? This is like a trick question. I don't even think that's valid.
Yeah, the word Jed and cool in the same sentence, that doesn't make sense.
That's like saying, why is this snow so hot? It's like, what? It's like, how do I even answer that? Okay.
There you go.
Questions. Ashley Batiste wants to know, is Nick Diaz fighting? Oh boy. My would be he does fight in 2022. Casey, I don't know if you agree. I think his management has spoken up enough and clearly is trying to drum up some sort of interest in a Nick Diaz return fight. When I say drum up, and that's not to say that there isn't, there's plenty of interest. The fact that Ashley's even asking when Nick Diaz has not fought in 6 years, has not won in like 7 years. It just tells you like the intrigue of the Diaz brothers will never go away. And arguably, I think it's crazy to say, well, no, after the McGregor fight, obviously Nate by far surpassed Nick in popularity. But until then, Nick was viewed, obviously, of course, as both the sort of the better fighter. He'd won a title in Strikeforce, and even kind of the bigger star. There was that Diaz mystique. It's a little different between the two of them. He's kind of the more, what's the way to put it, Casey? I'd say he's kind of better on. He's more eloquent than Nate. Not that necessarily matters to people. But back to the question at hand: is Nick Diaz fighting? Yeah, if I had to bet $20, and they said you got to go yes or no, I'm saying yes. We will see him fight in 2022. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm sure.
Wait, 2022?
2020 next year. No, I'm sure someone.
The question is Nick Diaz fighting? I think this really means is he really fighting? Is he really fighting Robbie Lawler in 1 month?
Well, I think. I totally. Here's what's funny.
Nick Diaz is like,
thank you. Yeah, I see Bill on the comments now, Alex. AK, what the hell are you talking about? He's booked to fight. Oh, okay, that's a different question. Well, there you go. That kind of tells you what I think. I think that fight.
Yeah, you didn't even see that as a real booking. You just like, okay, cool.
It came up. I swear, I never looked at it as like, oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm an optimist. Everyone knows Prince of Positivity. Something just feels like it's not quite time yet. Like we're gonna take a couple of cracks at this Nick Diaz returns can before we actually see him back in there. You know what I mean? And I'm not like hoping like, oh, someone's gonna get injured or something. You just feel like there's some weirdness. You know what I mean? I'm everyone looking forward to it, guys. I hope I'm super wrong. I hope that we do get to see this fight because it's a great rematch, which should have happened a long time ago. Obviously, it couldn't. But I really want to see it. Casey, what do you think? You're optimistic? You think this goes down?
I hope he doesn't disappoint Mr. Robbie Lawler because I think Mr. Robbie Lawler is expecting a fight, and I'm not even in my mind. I'm not even imagining that fight or how it goes because first of all, we have no clue how Nick Diaz is gonna look. Zero clue. He hasn't fought in 6 years or something like that. So I'm happy. Nick Diaz fighting Robbie Lawler. Both those gentlemen make some paychecks. Kind of going the Legends tour. Nick Diaz, I think, is 39, 37. He's up there.
I think you're. Well, yeah.
38. Nick Diaz, 38. 38 years old. Nick Diaz. He'll be 39 by the time he fights. His birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. So happy birthday, Nick Diaz and AK.
I'm going to throw this up I'm going to throw up a poll, guys. Please, I want to hear what you guys think. Is Nick Diaz going to fight at UFC 266? Sorry, my chat's a little delayed here. Hopefully that pops up there. Send in your vote, guys. Vote yes, no. Will we see him fight? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Matt Bradbury, and on to the next one. Regular. Are you surprised that some people are saying Calvin is a better striker than Jared? I think he's going to get pieced up tonight. You know, I personally am not surprised. I think
Kelvin's a better technical striker.
You are picking. I'm picking Gastelum to win by decision.
I'm picking Gastelum, by decision.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, Jared I like Jared and Kelvin like we're buds with them. You know Jared, Big J. Um, Jared will. The idea. I don't think he's gonna piece up Kelvin. I think if he hits Kelvin, I think he'll hit him hard once or twice, and pretty much it's gonna go downhill real fast for Kelvin if Cannonier wins. I don't think it's gonna be Kelvin's gonna be just like pot shotting, Kelvin to a decision. So I do think Kelvin's a better striker. Sorry, but yeah, but obviously Cannonier has the power and just the one kind of the one strike finishing touch. He brings into this.
Yeah, I think I actually am not sure if Matt is saying he thinks it's Gastelum or Cannonier that's going to get pieced up. It sounds to me like he's saying Gastelum, but Matt Bradbury, Matt Bradbury, my friend, we need punctuation. We're both assuming you think Gastelum is going to get pieced up tonight, and like he's just said, no, I don't know if Jared is the type to piece. Jared Cannonier is the type to piece anybody up. Like we said, he's a good striker for sure. A ton of power. I think that's what everyone kind of knows him for because he's come down two weight classes. So I don't know, piece him up. And as far as like who's better technically, like it's not just the technical ability of Gastelum. Everyone knows it's the volume. It's the effective volume. We say volume for fighters sometimes, and it's not always a compliment. There's some people who throw a lot and don't land anything effectively. Gastelum is a really, really good boxer. Relentless, throws in combinations, which you always like to see. He's not a one-hitter quitter. He's not loading up like that right hand looking for a haymaker. He's got the power for sure, but he sets it up. He sets it up with actual crisp, legitimate boxing. So I do think Gastelum is a better striker. I don't imagine how he would be the one that gets pieced up. If you're asking could Cannonier get pieced up, it's possible. It's possible. I'm going Cannonier decision, but it's a really compelling main event.
Okay, it was a yes or no question. Jeez, come on, man. All right, here we go.
Annie Sway, Taco Bell is stoned for sure. McD is reliable regardless. Yeah. What does that mean? Stoned.
Is best. You're skipping words.
I skipped words. I'm sorry. Taco Bell is best stoned for sure. Yes, when you are under the influence, and McDonald's reliable regardless. Yeah. I wouldn't know, as everyone knows. Casey, you and your friends can probably speak to this. I wouldn't know.
Oh,
I don't.
Annie Sway, you are 100% correct.
Correct. I don't dabble.
And when I say that was the best double decker taco supreme in my life.
You follow?
There should be an asterisk by it, and I think Annie Sway gets it.
Her assessment sounds correct to me. Again, I can't speak to it personally. I've never touched the devil's lettuce, as people know. I do not dabble. Don't do drugs. That's my message.
Don't do all of them.
I mean, you could do some of them. No, okay. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs, and don't bet on MMA.
Yeah.
Cloud coming back is amazing. Thank you guys. I love Taco Bell. Oh, that's good. Hey, Taco Bell, send us some free stuff. All right, this is some real pub we're giving you here. Send me a double decker taco, please. In the mail. Just mail it to me. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. We're getting a lot of fast food questions. It's actually, I think we're going to talk about
whatever you got. Hey, we got time. If there's more fast food questions than fight questions, bring them on. Mr. Taman, any sports? I think there's sports ball time. I think there's NFL. Preseason's going on? I think the American football. That's about it. I think so. UFC
watching NFL preseason. What a horrible existence.
The ratings are really high. So PFL, Bellator, UFC this week, BKFC last night as well. They kind of ran unopposed. Though I should say NFL preseason is very. I don't care for it. I'll watch regular season. Preseason takes up big chunks out of people's numbers. So poor Bellator had to go up against. How was the timing on that? They had to go up against the return of CM Punk to professional wrestling at AEW. I think the main event overlapped, unfortunately, for Kongo and Karatanov.
Did you watch the main event last night for Bellator?
I did not. I was geeking out over the last real sport, professional wrestling. But yeah, please.
I recorded that on my DVR, and then I watched live because I'm a mixed martial arts journalist who respects the sport and cares about the integrity of our profession.
All of this is true.
Yeah. Kongo versus Haratonov.
As you should.
Holy smokes. That was. You see in our Slack channel, I put that one of the best fights of the year. It was one of the best fights of the year. It was incredible.
People are saying a Czech Congo fight was fun.
It was incredible.
And I was like, and I thought I was watching the fake sport because I know that's not possible. Czech Congo hasn't had a fun fight in 12 years.
Yeah, since the Pat Barry victory, this was it was longer. The fight was longer. Man, it is I think it's a 2-round fight. It is a great 2-round fight. Please go watch that fight. That fight ruled. I was shocked how awesome that fight was.
Guys, if you are in Canada, remember all Bellator events are free on YouTube. We do not have a TV deal with Bellator up here. So it's very easy for us to replay events in Canada. Just go to their YouTube channel. The main card is right there. Casey, I will do that. I apologize to all the listeners and viewers. I did not see it. So I have to make that. I have to make that appointment for sure. But Czech Congo won. He choked him out, right?
Yeah, he choked
like
him
a buzzer,
out.
A buzzer beating.
No spoiler. Erase that. Erase that. That didn't happen.
This is fighting.
I watch that fight having no expectations.
This happened.
Awesome.
I know. Okay, Rugar, Jack. I won't go into it too much. We're a couple of wrestling geeks. I know people don't come here for that. But CM Punk thoughts. Surreal. I had always thought that he was going to return, but I always thought it would be with WWE. This was before I even knew AEW existed, that I thought this was going to happen. So very cool. There's an alternative for him to go back to. And everything just made sense. You know, it was in Chicago, his hometown. He'd been away from pro wrestling for 7 years. So, yeah, the timing was right. And it's cool to see him back.
I'll just say this very quickly. And it's not going to be quick because I already made it too long already.
Yeah, already. Yeah, just forget it. Just go.
Man, props to the AEW production crew and all the fans and CM Punk himself. That was just a great 5 minutes of wrestling. Even though there was literally zero wrestling in it, it was just the pop, the music, everything. Man, I got emotional watching it. I'm not even I wasn't even a Punk fan when he wrestled. Honestly, I just knew of him. But it's through MMA I learned about him. And you know, I've been to his place. We shot mixed martial arts video with him and his wife AJ and their wonderful best friend Larry. He even walked out with a Larry hoodie. I was like, I know Larry. I've met Larry. Larry is I've almost stepped in Larry's pee before. Like, we go back. So it was like a friend walking out there. So, and it was great. And just seeing, but this is the most important part to me, the way the fans treated CM Punk. It was great. It was so positive. It was wonderful. And I wish this is a lot of times why I really enjoy pro wrestling more than MMA as a fan. There was so much positivity in the way they treated their stars and their vets. Well, and compared to how the UFC, or not UFC, how MMA fans treat their kind of legends.
Sure. Well,
yeah.
I was going to say, to tie it back to MMA, and also the WWE. This is what it's like when sometimes you just give the fans what they want, and it creates a really, really nice moment. Now, I understand in again, a business like pro wrestling where the management has a little more control over what happens. Of course, it's easier to manufacture these moments, but we've certainly seen the potential for that in MMA as well. And it is frustrating when we see major promotions like the UFC, for example, not give the fans what they want. John Jones, Francis Ngannou. So you give the people what they want, and it'll come back to you tenfold. That's what I believe. But again, Prince of Positivity here. I'm not a businessman. Maybe the numbers don't make sense, but
I'm just saying,
give the fans what they want.
During the UFC pay-per-views, when in between fights, they'll cut away to like a fighter sitting in the crowd or whatever. Imagine like they did that, and they cut away to Anderson Silva sitting front row watching pay-per-view, and people are like, oh, it's Anderson Silva, but like. I wish we had just like 1/10 of that fan enthusiasm for our legends, just seeing them, And
MMA is one of the worst at discarding older fighters, and again at the UFC level, really knowing how to book older fighters. That's kind of what's so frustrating. Yeah. Like I feel like there's so many of these guys that could still be in the UFC, still be putting on entertaining fights. Like, who would complain if Silva was still around and fighting other fighters in his age range? Fighting in a light heavyweight, not cutting weight, just goofing off. I don't know if anyone, like, who would complain? Like, who doesn't want to see that? Like, how much did we enjoy him and Julio Cesar Chavez, right?
Would we complain? Okay, if both fighters were paid appropriately, would we complain if Anderson Silva was booked against Tito Ortiz in the UFC in MMA?
No, I think it would be.
I would love that.
It'd be fun.
I would love that.
It'd be fun. It'd be
Yeah,
fun.
and book it as a fun fight. These guys aren't going to fight for the title. It's just these two legends in MMA. Let's not talk about outside the cage for some of them, but and Anderson is great, but Tito, whatever. But Tito as MMA fighters, Tito versus Anderson in MMA and UFC cage, that would have been great.
Sure.
Just for fun. Both guys make big paycheck. We get to kind of live that little, video game memory of just mismatching up any random fighter. I wish we had it. So whatever.
Schrodinger's dog in the comments says UFC feeds older fighters to younger talents. Yes, they do. And there's some value to that, by the way, to figuring out, to testing younger guys and putting them over, as it were, again, to take a wrestling term. But they do it a little too much sometimes, and we end up with some really depressing fights sometimes. So, Casey, we got time. Let's run through some quick ones here.
Oh,
yes, absolutely. PlayStation UFC, thoughts on the whole Kat Zingano situation? Absolutely crazy. For anyone who doesn't know, she is suing Halle Berry because she was supposed to be in Halle Berry's upcoming directorial debut called, I think it's Bruised, about Halle Berry playing an MMA fighter. And Kat was up for one of the roles in the movie and was told, don't take this fight. We need you available, I think, for a certain time. Her not taking this fight allegedly led to her being released from the UFC. And then when it came time for her to film the movie, she was told, well, we don't want you anymore. You're not in the UFC. So these are, by the way, allegations, all allegations. So very screwed up situation, but I would tell people, Google Kat Zingano, Halle Berry thing. I would just say it's really screwed up. Casey?
Yeah. If everything Kat Zingano says is true, it's very effed up.
Again, allegations.
Yep.
TMZ, come on.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Boom. We got to fly through him.
Joshua Preston, can Gastelum get back to the title picture? I think it went over Cannonier's shows. He should be. Look, in the UFC, all you need, you're 2 or 3 wins. He's previously
How old is Kelvin? How old is Kelvin?
He's only 29. He's not.
The man's not even in his prime. Of course, he can get back in the title picture. Of course, that's the answer.
Next, let's get another one. I bet let's go one more.
We got more. We can boom.
Morgan Hartveld, will Madsen shut down Guida in under a round? I don't think so. Casey.
Oh, Madsen. Overguard Madsen.
Overguard Madsen, yeah.
No, he won't shut him down around, but he will win a dominant decision.
Okay. Keep him coming. Joseph Bo, there he is. Joseph Boza. Where's he been? Could the winner of Pantoja Royval get in line to be the first challenger to Brandon Moreno? Surprises isn't either the main or co-main. Dana White was just talking to Laura Sanko pre-fight, and he said this is a number 1 contenders bout. Make of that what you, as we've seen that promise before. But Casey, yes, right.
Yeah. If Mr. Dana White isn't lying to us, and he's never lied to us,
no.
It's really effed up actually that Dana White put a number 1 contenders fight for the flyweight division on the 5th fight on the card, and this should be.
It's the opener. I think it's the opener. I think it's the main card.
Like this fight, arguably should be the main event. Ranking wise, should be the main event tonight. At worst, should be the co-main event. We talked a lot about it in the previous show. I'm going to reiterate here: the booking, the placement of this fight sucks, and it should be at worst the co-main event. But this fight's going to roll, and I have no issue with the winner facing. And whoever wins their next fight will be for the title. Now,
yes, and I want to remind people, Pantoja has beaten Moreno twice, submitted him on the Ultimate Fighter. Exhibition bout doesn't count, and then won a very commanding decision over him when they rematched in the UFC. So I need to see that fight again for the title.
Yeah. I think definitely if Royval wins, I'm not 100% sure if he gets the title, but Pantoja, he'll definitely. I don't know if he's fighting Moreno next. Moreno might fight Figgy for the trilogy, maybe.
Oh, I hope not. I hope
if they do that, they do that. I don't really care. But whatever Pantoja is, if he wins tonight, whatever his next fight is, it should be for the title.
Keep going, Casey. I don't see anyone walking to the cage. Keep going. We're in overtime. Ishmael, Aiden, thank you for the question. Do you guys think this is a do or die fight for Gastelum? Yeah, I think it is.
Oh my God! I totally forgot to put my picks in. Oh, I messed up.
Oh, how embarrassing. Say them live now. Just say all the names. How embarrassing. There's still time. We'll do it unofficially, Casey. We'll do it unofficially. David Sandine. Casey, you got a permit for those guns, bad boy?
Illegal, baby. Illegal.
Ugh. Spoken like a man from Houston.
Yeah. Wait, did we answer the do or die one?
Yeah, well, I did. Did you?
No, I got confused. I got distracted.
Yes, by the picks.
Do or die? No, it's not do or die. It is not do or die. If he loses badly, his next fight would be do or die. But nah, not do or die.
Oh, can I get Terrence Leverett here? Don't worry if you can't pull it up. I'll just read it while you find. Will women's bantamweight ever return to its glory? We get one women's bantamweight fight a month. It's true. Will it take it for Amanda to retire? Dominant champs mixed divisions seem stale. That's not always true. Dominant champs can lift up divisions sometimes, as was the case with I think GSP for the longest time. You can make a case Anderson Silva, but I don't think that's his fault. I think the division just wasn't very strong. I don't think it mattered. I don't think Amanda retiring will help or hurt necessarily. It really depends who's coming up behind her. We just haven't had anyone yet. So it could return to its glory, but like any division, it needs a star. Casey?
The women's bantamweight division.
Will it return to its glory when it was the Ronda, Holly Holm, Misha Tate days?
Not if Amanda Nunes is champ, unfortunately. The UFC, as much as they want to call her the GOAT, Amanda Nunes is her being herself and not wanting to do maybe a certain amount of media or not wanting to fight as often as the UFC wants. Unfortunately, Amanda Nunes at this point in her life, I think, just doesn't care about being representing, the women's bantamweight division across the world and kind of raising it. I guess it's notoriety. So I would say no with Amanda Nunes as champ. But if someone can beat her convincingly, even like a Misha Tate, who knows, or like an Arena Adana or someone like that, that would really open up a new like Arena Adana could be Amanda Nunes and finish her. Who knows? But I think with Amanda Nunes right now as champ, I doubt it, unfortunately.
They're still running down the card, Casey. I don't know if you want to get one more in here. They're still running. Should be starting any second now. I'll let you guys know. I have it. Skate and Blaze. Who has a bigger climb if they lose in the main event? Oh, definitely Calvin. Definitely Calvin Gastelum. I mean, he does have the reputation of being a main event level guy, but again, you can only lose so many fights before you get knocked out of there. So Cannonier can take it and get a few knockouts and come back. Michael John Williams. Oh, great question. Who is both your favorite UFC fighters of all time? Mine is Brock Lesnar. Good choice, Michael John Williams. Casey, your favorite UFC.
Oh man.
I'll go first while you
go first, man.
Okay.
Man.
I mean, look, I'm Canadian. I mean, George St. Pierre, and that's when I really started getting into MMA. So very logical. I could get cute with it. There's a lot of fighters I love, but that's definitely my favorite of all time. Frankie Edgar, a close second. So I know, boring answers. Two UFC champions, two guys who've been around forever. I don't have any cool niche picks like Casey's probably, but Kate's probably about to bring like Seth Petrozelli or something like that, or like Gabe Rudiger. He's going to pick someone who has never had a win in the UFC.
You just picked two people that were tough. You know that, right?
And also who also went. I believe they both went 0-4 in the UFC. I think, if I'm not mistaken. And there's one other guy who did that, and his name escapes me now. But
yeah. Actually, I mean, I gotta say, like fighters that really got me into the sport. Nick Diaz.
There you go.
Yeah,
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle. Hold on. We have a countdown to the first fight. 9 minutes, guys. I think we should just hang around. I'll be
9 minutes? Oh, hold on.
I lied to America. I lied to America. I said I don't think they're starting quarter after. They are starting a quarter after. I apologize, America. I would never lie to you. I thought the information I had, I thought that they would start on time. They have 6 fights to get through. I don't understand.
Got the new clock going up there. Oh man,
why would they not?
Okay, real quick. Let's go division by division. Favorite flyweight ever. Demetrius Johnson. We're talking just as a fan. Favorite bantamweight ever.
I have the worst. Go.
I don't know.
Dillashaw. I don't know. You put me on the spot here.
I know. I'm gonna go Dom. I'm gonna go Dominic Cruz. It's kind of the easy one, but I'm going Dominic. 45.
Featherweight, easy.
Aldo. 55. Favorite fighter.
Edgar.
Not the best fighter, but favorite fighter.
Edgar is my favorite, and he's the best.
Oh man, favorite fighter. 55er. Oh, Frankie's up there. For sure, and he's a 35er now. I love Justin Gaethje. I can't. Justin Gaethje. I was so excited when he came to the UFC.
Oh,
so
much fun.
Second for second, most exciting fighter in the world right now to me.
Yeah.
Welterweight, favorite fighter ever.
I mean GSP. It's not hard.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
What do we have? Middleweight.
185. I mean, I love Anderson, but who I'll throw out there? You know who I always loved and who had a comeback last night at BKFC? Alan Belcher. Always a fan.
Oh, dude, BKFC
Always
was
a fan.
awesome last night.
I'm
BKFC
sure it
was
was.
last night.
BKFC.
BKFC is so fun to watch. I don't care. So 85. You know what? New favorite. I'm Izzy. I love watching Izzy fight, and I like a little crazy on the social media stuff, but nothing that makes me go ugh. Just kind of weird, but I love Izzy. What do we got? 205. Favorite 205er ever.
205. Gosh, I mean, it's not John Jones. I like Shogun.
Okay. I'm going.
But obviously, I'm counting
gonna go modern.
stuff.
I'm going recency bize. Yuri. Yuri's my favorite 205 ever.
You guys love him. There's such a Yuri hive at.
Okay, now we're at heavyweight. Favorite heavyweight ever.
So many good choices. You know who I like? This is. I like Shane Carwin.
Really, Shane Carwin. All right, favorite.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh man. I don't know.
I got Jace Steiner in the comments saying, "AK, let me know if you need an Otno co." Jace, where have your Otno picks been? Jace was one of the early Otno listeners. I haven't seen you in a while, bud. So Jace Steiner, just send in your Otno picks, man. Trust me, you'll be mentioned.
Olajuwon, Hakeem,
Dream, DR34M, the Dream. What are the odds Guida belches in between rounds? Oh, I think like pretty strongly favored.
minus 400.
At least.
Yeah, minus 400.
At least. Because this is going to be a pretty busy fight.
If this wasn't a title fight, like if Guido was fighting like Conor McGregor, there would be prop bets on the belches.
Whoa, 5-rounder. That also makes it even more that's like 600 to 1 because that's 2 more rounds that you could, there's a chance to, I guess only 1 more technically. What else we got? This just show's falling apart as the ship is falling to pieces as we bring it into the dock. Mr. Taman, will the crystal? Oh my god. Will the crystals seal the win for Jared? No, Mr. Taman. You know why? Because crystals don't seal anything for anyone or do anything. Okay, there you go. This is my quick answer. Casey, you're free. You're free to answer.
Whoa. Sorry.
Also, by the way, Casey, we didn't. Scott, I'm sorry. Scott McCrae pointed out we didn't mention the women. That was very bad. We didn't mention the women, but I think again, for me the picks are pretty obvious. Like at 125, I love Valentina Shevchenko. Like, yeah, I don't know if I have anyone this way. Straw weight is up for debate, certainly in the OC.
Favorite strawweight.
There are so many good It's hard. I mean, it's hard to go against Rose.
We put too much pressure on ourselves, AK. I don't know why.
We did. Why did you bring that up?
I shouldn't have done that.
We're exposed.
I'm gonna regret all these. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night going, "Oh, why did I say that? I shouldn't have said that."
That's a Jose question. Yeah. But I mean, it's hard to go against some of the champs. Rose, Valentina at 125, Chris Cyborg 145. Still, I think is the best. And then
it's gonna sound oddly controversial, but I'll say it.
Go.
Ronda Rousey.
Oh, 135 for sure, dude. I'm a huge Ronda fan. I've always have been.
Ronda has. Oh yeah, there were issues. She was a bit problematic the way she dealt with the media and some stuff and some of the things she said or whatever.
Yep.
But man,
she's not a perfect person.
During her run though, it was to me the most dominant run against high level competition that I've ever seen in the UFC. It was
exciting. It was
unreal, and it was a great time to be. It was a great time to be a fan.
It brought a lot of
love or a hater.
Yeah.
She got it. She understood that part, and unfortunately, I think the pressures of being an athlete and the pressures she put on herself were too much. She's a human, so
she brought a ton of new fans, a ton of different kinds of fans to the sport. Again, lover or hater. I feel the same about Conor McGregor. I hate what Conor McGregor has become.
I feel different. I don't put him the same, but I understand. I do see similarities.
I still think Conor's run up to from making his UFC debut or even from Cage Warriors up to where he beating Eddie Alvarez at Madison Square Garden, and maybe the 2 Diaz fights is like the most exciting. It's still to me is like one of the most exciting stories ever in combat sports. It's just so thrilling, and again, very, just perfect for MMA at the time and what it needed. Again, I kind of hate what he's become. Obviously, not a fan of the man personally, but his story is awesome. So him and Ronda, love him, hate him. When you become that popular, you're gonna have a lot of voices on both sides. So, but yeah, for me, at 135, the pick would definitely be
real quick. I'm interested in your opinion. Who created more hardcore MMA fans, Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey?
Neither.
Oh,
No,
I go
Rousey.
definitely. I go
Rousey.
definitely.
I go Rousey.
I go Rousey. Absolutely Rousey. I think Rousey. I think Rousey, because Rousey brought in. I know a lot of women who were introduced to the sport through Ronda Rousey. I don't know. Conor McGregor, I think, just got people interested. Not just kind of general spectacle, but I really think Ronda Rousey really brought permanent fans, and Ronda Rousey brought people into the gyms, brought women into the gyms. Women, I think, went to jiu-jitsu classes, started training MMA because they saw her fight. And,
Look, this is kind of anecdotal, but I mean, I let me put it this way: let's just go to the replies of any Conor McGregor like tweet and see the kind of quote unquote fan. And again, these people are not representative of normal, well-adjusted people, by the way. But you can kind of see the kind of people it brought in, guys who don't really care about MMA. They just want a hero to worship. And that's scary to me. It has nothing to do with MMA. So let's do one more, Casey. I'm terrible. Guys, I'm so bad with not just MMA documentaries, just watching documentaries in general. Not because I have anything against them. I just don't make time for them because I'm not an intellectual. So Casey, I'm sure you've watched many. Dickie D45 wants to know best MMA documentary to watch on a lazy Sunday.
I know there are a few. I know a lot. I haven't seen them all, but the handful that I've seen that were good. Watch The Smashing Machine. It's a story about Mark Kerr. I'm not sure where it's streaming or how you can watch it, but Google it. And the other one I suggest watching, I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix, and every UFC fan should watch it, is Fightville, and it's mostly about the story of Dustin Poirier in the regional scene in Louisiana, and in his old camp with Tim Cruder. There's a couple other fighters in it too, but most of it's focused on Dustin Poirier. It's called Fightville.
I think this is it. I think that's it, Casey. I think we excellent. No, we got to give people time to get in their seats. Casey, what's your favorite hardcore band? No one cares about this, but Nick Egley, thank you for the question. All right, moving on. Casey, go ahead.
AK.
It's specifically for you.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite hardcore band? AK, I'm interested.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna name a lot of bands. Los Crudos.
No. You got to pick one.
Oh, one. I'll go with Los Crudos. Chicago Zone. Los Crudos.
Chicago Zone. CM Punk.
Boom. 0.
CM Punk.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Guys, thank you everyone for this really extended version of the Q&A. We've got the UFC's timing down now. We know how long we can go. Sasha Platnikov and Ramiz Brahimaj are coming out right now to fight the welterweight opener. So tune in there. Thank you guys for hanging around as long as you did. Thank you, Casey, the best producer in the biz, for keeping the show together as much as it did anyway. And I am Alexander K. Lee signing off. Let's watch UFC Vegas now, and we will have a post-fight show. Catch up with us in the post-fight show later. Thanks, everybody.
Look at these hips move. Look at that.
No one can see them.
You don't feel it?
They can't see them.
All right, I'm just saying. Look at this. I'm like
this is a visual medium.
Don't you feel them? Happy birthday.